This tutorial is going to show high school teachers how to enter grades for our final semester 1 grades. First thing, make sure that you're in secondary. Select the class that you'd like to be grading. So I'm going to be doing the example with Integrated Math 2 for 9th grade. Be sure you're on the correct semester. This will be where we put our final grades. Then you have your assignments probably already in. Make sure that those are all graded how you want so that you're ready to trend. Before you get started, double check that you've already done your grade setup. Most people did that in the beginning of the year with Joanne, but it's always nice to make sure that you have that because it could lead to problems for the final exporting of your grades. So I'm going to click on semester 1, and instead of total points, which is the traditional grading, you need to do the standards one. So I click on that, and then I need to add the standards in that I want to be part of the final grade for the class, which is going to be all of my academic standards for this semester. You don't need to select the work habits, the learning behaviors, and this is just the course name. Oh, I'm missing one here. Once you have your standards, just say OK and then save. So after you've made sure that you have all your assignments entered and you did the grade setup, now you are ready to go to the student view where you will do the trending for your grades. Now I have my book set up with 2 different categories. The purple, which are the summatives, and the green here, which are my formatives. The reason I've done that is because when I trend, I only usually will look at the summatives, and when there's not enough evidence or I feel like something's wrong, then I'll look at the formatives. So I'm going to turn my filter on, so this way I only see my summatives. Now I can go through and I can trend my grades here. I made mine quite simple so that it would be fast. Here I only have 2 indicators here of how the student is doing, so maybe I want to turn my filter, I want to maybe turn my filter back on. Sorry, turn my filter back off so that I can see all the grades, and yep, I will give him a 3. All right, so now I have all my academic grades in. You can see that as I add these, it is changing my final score calculation. And it's going to give a 1 to 4, no letter grade, and this percentage does appear, but we do not need it. It's not going to appear on the report card. If you don't want to see it, you just need to go up to Gradebook, Preferences, make sure I save my changes, and go to Grading and turn off the percent here. The students don't see it on the report card, and so you don't need to see it either. When you're trending, some people like to look down here at the information for the mean, the median, and the mode. I don't need to. I like to just look at, I just like to trend it myself. And so now I have all my academic standards in and the final grade. Then I move over to my work habits and I trend these down. All right, so once I have all my grades in, I see I have my work habits in, and I have my academic standards in, then I will be good to go. Now, last progress report, we had to make sure that in our learning behaviors, we had a grade. And that's because when we do the progress reports, what the parents see in Report Center is basically just this screen open. This part where you do the final grades is what goes onto the report card. So if I look at the high school report card, that bottom row is what is feeding this section of the report card. So that's different than when we did the progress report. So this must be filled out. Now you already have a comment entered for the student because of the progress reports. You will have to either adjust that comment or delete the comment and start over. I'm going to just delete the comment and start over. So I go to my final grades and I want to mass delete all my students. I know I only have 4 students here, so it wouldn't take me that long to delete, but you'll have many more. So in the top part of the column, I'm just going to right click and say clear my comments. This is going to clear all my comments from the first quarter's progress report so that I can add semester 1's. Now I can just click right in here and I can enter the new comment. for the semester that I want to appear on the report card. I use a comment bank, so it'd be very quick for me to do the unit overview and then say if the student is high, medium, or low. And then if I wanted to add a little bit more, I could. Right from here, I don't have to click X out. I can just go down to my next student. Now I'm on George, do the unit overview, and a little comment about how they're doing. My next student, my unit overview, and then the comment and how they're doing in the class. Yours will obviously be much more detailed. This is just a very short example. So I close that up and I save it, and then I have all my comments done. I've only trended for one student. You'll have to go through and trend for all your students. So just an overview, you completed your assignments, you did your gradebook setup, then you went back into the score sheet, and in student view, you trended all the grades that you'll be giving, academics, that lead into the final grade, as well as learning behaviors. Then you can select the comment from here, but what I think a quicker way is to go to the final grades, clear all your comments, and then just go from here and enter comments one by one. And that's it. Remember, if you have any questions, you can contact myself or Joanne, and we will be helping you.